connecting with you today. My name's Leanne Peters, and this is our Healing List event for some of my Temple of Balance patrons for July. So I want to welcome all of my patrons. Thank you so much. I've got 32 of you on the healing list for today. So welcome to you all. If you're not on the list, I do trust that you've been led here for a reason, and hopefully something shared will support you and feel good for you at this time. And if you'd like to be on the healing list next month, these happen at the end of every month. You can join my Patreon to be a part of it at the $15 level or higher. Gives you automatic access to this resource. So I was sitting with the energy, and for the last probably hour and a half, and just feeling on what I wanted or what felt strong for this theme or for the unfolding of this particular healing journey. So what I ended up doing was I drew three healing energy cards, and I've got them right here, and they ended up being perfect. So we've got three kind of segments of the healing journey today. The first card I pulled was playfulness. So this brings an element of play. Good morning, Janice. Lovely to see you. So we're going to have a play element to one phase of the journey today. Another card is card 82, rejuvenation. So there's going to be a rejuvenation element to our journey today as well. And then the last card is the clean up card 88. Hi, Pamela. And this is cleansing and clearing and cleaning up, so letting go. So this is another phase of our journey today. So we've got play, rejuvenate, and cleanse or let go. I think I'll say let go. So for each of these segments, I have picked I've actually divided I've divided the group of 32 people into thirds. So I've got a group of 10 and then 11 and 11. And I've just randomly put you in a certain group. So when we get to that group, I'll be calling your name forward. Each group has something that I'll be doing. So for example, the play group, I'm going to be drumming when we get to that time. Now, if your name is in the play group, that's just sort of, maybe it's no accident that you happen to be in that particular group. So something perhaps to think about and to really embody if your name is called for there. If your name's not called for there, then please still be open to receiving what you need from the energy of playing with the drum. The rejuvenate section, I've got the singing bowl. And the letting go section, I have the smudge stick. So we'll do some clearing. So that's my plan. And then the next thing I was thinking, okay, what decides the order of these? So what will decide the order is me shuffling these three cards and determining what is first, second, and third. So I thought that was fun and playful too. So that's the plan. So I'll be here for about 45 minutes. And I trust you can settle back into your chair, into your bed, settle back into your spine, into your body, and take some nice deep breaths and allow yourself to receive. So as you're opening yourself up to receive, I encourage you to listen to what comes through. Listen with your ears and the things that sort of stand out for you, but you can also listen with your heart. Listen with your body, and just let the things that you need be soaked in, soak them up. We'll have a lot of sound coming through today with with words, but with the drum and with the singing bowl especially, so you can soak that beautiful energy up. And I really trust this helps ignite a playful, creative energy in you, a rejuvenating, restful, healing energy in you, and perhaps a cleansing, letting go, releasing energy in you. Maybe all of those, or maybe one of those, or two of those, or whatever you need. So I think that's sort of explained everything that I want to do. So hopefully that resonates with you. Good morning, Teala, and Rhia is here too. Hi, Rhia. And good morning, everybody. I think we'll get started. I have the rest of my healing energy cards here too. But I don't know if I'm really going to pull one. I might pull one at the end. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to shuffle these 3 cards, which feels very teeny tiny compared to my big 110 card deck. So I'm looking for the best card that we need to begin this healing journey today. So the best card is this here. Well, it's the only healing energy card, number 1, and it was the first one I pulled earlier. So we're going straight into playfulness, card 48. So I want to talk a little bit about this card. So some key notes, some key words I put down as I was preparing around play is lightening up, because I feel like playing, being playful, helps lighten and lift our spirits. There's a creating element, there's a making element, there's a building element potentially. There's something childlike about this playful energy. So something we could look at that's the opposite might be things like, have we been taking things a bit too seriously? Are we feeling too burdened or too worried or too stressed out, which is kind of the opposite of play. So playfulness helps lift our energy and perhaps helps us see things from a new, more creative perspective. Our question is, do you need play? Do you need more playtime in your life at this time? Are you playing enough? So this card, 48, it's in neutral, which is center. And it says, surrender to the moment, laugh, enjoy life, lift your spirits, creativity, surrender, clear your mind, make time to play and to lighten up. So I'm going to be playing a drum in this section, but before I do, I want to let you know who's on the playlist. And it's not a naughty list, it's a playful list. So if your name's on the playlist, maybe consider where play is in play in your life, or where it's lacking, or where you might benefit from bringing some playtime or some creativity or something to help lighten you up in your life. So as I say your name too, I'm imagining you coming into this space, and we prepare to drum together as we connect here. So on the playlist, on the playlist, we have Susan Sonsteng, Jane Corlett, Nicole E, Carol White, Michele Burch, Robin Hippler, Matthew Keith, Rebecca Ross, Rhia, and lucky last, Jackie. So I've got you 10 guys on the playlist. I love that. It feels so playful. And I've got my butterfly drum to play as we play. So I nearly had I did have this down temporarily for the letting go section, but then I thought the smudge stick would be better. So this came back to the play. But this was my first thought in the play section, was to play the drum. So I'm going to play the drum, and it feels playful. So there might be some energy that wants to sort of get up and go in you. You might feel you want to stand up and stretch or dance or move, rock your body side to side, and feel the energy moving in and waking you up, lightening you up, helping transform that serious, stressful energy perhaps into something more playful and purposeful. So enjoy. Take a nice big breath. It feels very refreshing, like new beginnings, refreshed, fresh new energy coming in with the drum. And ended with an interesting tone there at the end that was just sort of a bit of a tweak or a twist or a play. So something very playful coming in. So what else do we need to say about play? It feels like new energy, like as I'm looking at this card, it feels like new energy that wants to come in. So can we play with this new energy? Can we play with it, have fun with it, and figure out how to bring it into life, to manifest it through creating, through building, through making something, where we actually turn that raw, unruly, sometimes creative energy, turn it into something that we can physically hold and physically touch and physically play with or physically wear. It's something pretty special about being a creator like that. And I do feel that tapping into creativity in this way, being a very creative person myself, really helps us tap into that energy of the creator. And the energy we were created to create is something that I feel fairly passionate about, or very passionate about, fairly passionate about is funny. So I feel very passionate about that feeling of, or that thought of being created to create. And as we create, we tap into that energy of creation. So it's very primal, it's very powerful, and it's also very, it sort of feels like getting back to basics kind of thing. That there's a complexity to it, but it doesn't feel complicated. So there's something simple, there's something primal about this energy too. So playfulness. So we're starting the event with play. Now I've got the next two cards and I'm looking for the first person to say number 1 or number 2. So the first person in the comments to say 1 or 2, not both, I will pull that card for our next segment. It will either be rejuvenate or let go will be the next phase. So the butterfly drum is on the website if it speaks to you. Thanks, Janice. Janice, I saw first number 2, so I'm going to number 2, and the next phase is the cleanup card 88. The cleanup, it's such a great title. It's in the rise category, so it's uplifting, and it says prepare to rebuild your life. Now, how interesting that we have that as our first sentence come in after really activating this playful energy, this playful creative energy, and preparing to rebuild your life. If we didn't have a creative, playful element, then how could we rebuild things? We'd probably just continue to suffer and continue to drag ourselves through our life, perhaps feeling hopeless or helpless or both. So there is a sense of empowerment that comes with this playful, creative energy that's now led us into cleaning up, preparing to rebuild your life. Clean, purge, sort out, clear the clutter, grief, sadness, loss, make room for new things, physical labor, and commitment. So there is a labor element to this. There is a hardworking perhaps, but there is a labor sort of feeling, like a physical labor. What do we need to physically do to take ourselves out and perhaps clean things up, clear things up, or prepare to rebuild or create whatever the next phase is, open the next door in our life. That sitting back and waiting for it to come is probably not really this energy. To actually be proactive is this energy. So be proactive in building and creating and purging. So some key words I have in the letting go section here is cleanse, clear, release. And we have 11 people in the letting go section. So see if your name is here. It is, or those people are, and I'm bringing you into the circle. So what I'm imagining now is we've got the first people that came in to create our inner circle of playfulness. and we generate it. It feels a lot like fire element. Something's activated, something's generated, something's awoken with this center circle of playfulness, of creativity, of a fire element. And now the second of our circle, the second level, the second row of our circle is coming forward. So as I say your name, I'm imagining you coming into our circle. We have Kathleen Glen, Kimberly Veness, Anne-Marie Douglas, Allison, Angela Fraser, Avril Daly, Bridget Mehrtens, Emily Fussell, Joanne Monroe, Nicole Wiggins, and Pamela Florea. So you guys bring you into this second circle. Those of you who are connecting who haven't had your name called yet, I guess you can already put 2 and 2 together that you're in the next group of Rejuvenate. So we'll summon you in shortly. But we've got this second group in. It feels like, so the first group feels very fiery. The second group is feeling more subtle somehow. So I'm not sure if it's water or air yet. Maybe it could be earth. I'm not sure. No, it feels like water or air. So we will figure that out. So I'm not using a singing bowl. I'm using the smudge stick. So let's light the smudge stick now. So take a nice big breath. And what we can do now in this focused time of letting go is really work with our breathing to let go, especially if you're in this group. But if you're not in this group, it doesn't matter. You can still really focus on letting go. So work with your breathing as you breathe out and let go. You can perhaps shake or move your body to help you let go. And perhaps you can visualize too some energy moving away from you. But I'll lead us through something too here with the smudge stick. Okay, we've got this nice and alive. Okay, so nice big breath. Okay, we ask this sacred smoke to come in and wash over our bodies, and we ask it to carry away all negative energies, entities, cords, hooks, attacks, and attachments. And we give ourselves permission now to let go. To let go of the tension and the tightness, the stress that we've been holding in our body. In fact, let's do a scan of our body so we can release or acknowledge and then release any tension that we might be feeling. So we're going to start at the top of our body, at the top of our head. So bring your attention to your scalp and just notice if you're feeling a bit tense or tight in there, and see if you can soften the muscles there at your scalp if you can. And now bring your attention to your face. So we're looking at our forehead, around our eyes, our eyebrows, our cheeks, down to our jaw, our nose, our mouth. Notice what's going on in here. Is there any tenseness or tight muscles that you're holding? And if so, can you soften those muscles and allow your face to relax? And now bring your attention down to your neck, your throat, also around your ears, down around the base of your skull. And just notice those small muscles in there. Is there any tightness? And can you take a nice big breath and breathe out and relax and release the tension that you're feeling in your neck and your throat. Now moving your energy and attention down to your shoulders. This tends to be a place where we do tend to store tension. We do tend to get a bit tight in the shoulders. So maybe stretching through your neck a bit or stretching through your shoulders might be really helpful. But just bring your attention to your shoulders. Is there a tension or tightness here? And if so, take a big deep breath and allow the muscles and the tension to relax and to release in your shoulders as you let go of the burdens that you're carrying in your life now. Let's go down the arms and then we'll go down the torso. So bring your attention to your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms. And notice if there's any tension that you're holding. And if so, and even if you don't notice any, you can also just relax your arms and breathe into any tension and let yourself relax. Now your wrists, your hands, your fingers, you may even want to make a fist with your hands to sort of bring that tightness in and then soften, relax those muscles and let your hands open up and relax. And now coming back up to your shoulders, and we're going down now to the chest, under the arms, around the upper part of the back. You may even want to squeeze in these areas with your muscles. Excuse me. And then soften those muscles and allow yourself to relax. Your lungs, your heart, your rib cage, coming down further in your body, maybe down to your solar plexus, around your sides, around to your middle back. Make some tight, tense, like squeeze those muscles together. And then when you're ready, just soften those muscles, breathe out and relax through this area. And coming down now to your belly, to the upper part of your hips here, and around to your lower back. Gently squeeze these muscles and then soften that tension and allow this area to relax. Around your pelvis, your groin, the lower part of your hips, the top of your legs basically, your tailbone. Squeeze those muscles. Bring your attention to this area. And when you're ready, take a nice big breath out and soften those muscles. Relax and release any tension that you're holding here. And now down your legs. So starting at your thighs, squeeze the muscles in your thighs. And when you're ready, take a nice big breath and soften those muscles and relax. It always surprises me how much tension I hold actually in my thighs. I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm trying to relax, I notice that I seem to hold tight in my thighs for some reason. So it's always nice coming to that area and relaxing. And now your knees and your lower legs. Squeeze the muscles in there. And then when you're ready, soften that tension and allow your knees and your lower legs to relax. And finally, coming down to your ankles, your feet, your toes. Maybe clench your toes together. Feel the muscles there in your feet. And when you're ready, soften those muscles. Let go and allow your feet to relax. And now you're probably feeling quite aware and quite sensitive of all of the muscles throughout your body. So as things tighten up a little bit, you're probably wanting to come through and relax them again. So see how you go. So as you're relaxing your body, you're allowing yourself to rejuvenate, but you're also allowing yourself to let go, letting go of the tension that you've been holding, the stress that you've been storing in your body. And we've just got one little thread here, if you can call it a thread, of smoke. So this actually makes me feel like this second circle has been connected with the air element. So the air, so a lot of letting go, especially that's connected with the mind. So things like stress and overthinking, worry, insecurities, old wounds, things that that are popping into our head that are very or quite mentally driven. And then we store that in our body. So thank you so much. I'm going to snuff out the smudge stick. Hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed and hopefully rejuvenated. Or letting go is what we've been doing, actually. We're rejuvenating now. So I'm crossing these over because rejuvenation's second on my list. So hopefully feel nice and clear, cleaned up, free within you. Okay, that's done. Next is rejuvenation, card 82. It's in the rest category. So we've done a bit of rejuvenation, I feel, just with this releasing. It feels like all of these segments are kind of overlapping. So it says, well, yeah, it's in the rest category. It says here, physical, mental, and emotional rest. Repair, disconnect from electronics, reconnect to nature, meditate, relax, balance. Your state is important. The state of how you feel and who you are and what's going on for you in your life is important. Do you need to rejuvenate today? Maybe you're starting to already feel a bit rejuvenated too, as we've been letting go. So calling now into the third layer of our circle, the third circle along is for rejuvenation is Kanti, Devi, Wedad, Suzie Nicholls, Janice Chalmers, Joanna Levine, Rayna Ortiz, Teala Smith, Christi, Angie Griswold, Chelsea Keith, Nicki Mohler, and last coming in is Priscilla Kimboko. So thank you all and welcome to the outer circle here. So the energy's been building as people and energies have been coming in and building. This last circle to me feels very earthy, so very grounded, very grounding, very earthy, very anchoring, very integrative, very practical too. There's a very physical element here as this energy comes in and almost just completes things in some ways. It feels like this is just right in the completion and the finalizing of things perhaps. So the energy's coming in and I feel you all here. So some of my key words here for rejuvenate are rest, relax, heal, recharge. So I'm going to play the singing bowl here. So take a nice big breath and think about what you need in regards to rejuvenation for now, for today, for this moment. So nice big breath. Take a nice big breath. This has really felt strongly like it's pulled us deeper inward, deeper into our body, deeper into the earth, deeper into this moment. This feels very pure and sacred and very grounding. Just beautiful. It's quite difficult actually even just to find words to describe. So I trust that you feel good. Hopefully you feel playful, that you've released some tension and some things you've been holding on to. Hopefully you feel rejuvenated and peaceful and connected and grounded and present in your body. Hopefully you feel clear. There does feel to be like something's cleared. A clarity has come in and the clouds have cleared, the clouds have parted. It's been very interesting, the unfolding of this and how everything has sort of linked in together. So I see us sitting in these 3 circles, really deep in the earth, working together, holding our space though, holding our role and our space within the circles that we are a part of. So we're owning who we are, we're owning this space, and then we come together to make the circle, then we come together to make the whole, and the layers and the depths and the connections between us all. So we all have our part to play, just like we all have our part to play in life. So as we own and embody that part, as we do our best to play that part as best as we can and as best as we know how, then we play, then we can really take up that position fully and completely, rather than half-heartedly doing something or not really giving it our all, or holding back because of whatever reason of wound or insecurity from our past. If we can fully step forward and fully be in the roles that we play, then we can co-create some pretty amazing things together. So let's, as we move forward from here, and I'm going to pull a card to go in just a moment, but let's give 100% to what we're doing moving forward and see if that works. So if we need to heal, if we've got some serious issues and difficulties and challenges that we're currently facing, then perhaps giving 100% might be giving 100% to our healing, 100% to our commitment to improve ourselves and our life. Maybe we've only been half-hearted in a relationship that is in our life, with child, perhaps with a partner, maybe with a friend or a family member. Maybe we've only been partly in a relationship with ourselves and treating ourselves pretty poorly, maybe thinking and speaking really badly about ourselves. Can we drop that and give 100% commitment to improving our relationships across the board, including our relationship with ourselves? Can we start treating ourselves and others more favorably and in a more positive and encouraging and honest way? So what can we give our all to moving forward, especially over the next couple of days, and see if it works for us? See how it feels for us to be committed 100% to whatever it is that we need to commit to be able to move forward and to find, or just to find a balance, I was going to say, but even just to live this life that we're living. So thank you very much. I am going to grab a card. I just think I'm going to leave these cards out for a bit just to help. I just feel like it's going to help hold the energy, hold the circles in play, maybe for the next day or so. So I'm going to keep these out. I might even put them around a candle or something, because I just feel like I want to keep this energy going just a little bit past this video. So whether you want to be involved in doing that a bit as well, then you're very welcome to. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. So I am going to pull a card to go. Before I do though, I do want to thank you so much for joining me today. I want to send out a big thank you to my patrons. I still can't believe that there are people out there that are happy to support my work and feel that this exchange of services and events like this, that this is worth your exchange, your financial exchange. So I'm very, very grateful, and I never ever take any of you for granted. So I trust that for however long you happen to be here, that it is something that nourishes and supports you. So your support really helps me, and I trust that you feel the value in the support that I offer you. So thank you very, very much. If you do want to be a part of this in August, then please have a look at or consider becoming a patron. You can find the link in the video description. I do suggest, though, if you're wanting to become a new patron, that you join up after the 1st of August, because otherwise you'll be billed now and then billed again on the 1st, and it's so close to being the 1st that it sort of feels like it's probably best to wait. But we can also do a refund of one of those if needed. So just keep that in mind. Our next healing event, list event like this, which will run a bit differently, but it will be sort of similar in some ways, will be at the very end of August. I'll let you know when that will be in the first week or two of August, when I set up my resources for August. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks so much, everyone. I really appreciate you. And I'm just so very grateful that I've been able to do this kind of thing for almost 20 years just through your support. It's just mind-blowing. So thank you so much. Let's grab a card to go. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the best card that the majority of us need as we move forward from here. What do we need to know as we move forward from here? So basically, when we turn this off, how can we keep the energy going? The best card is this. It's from the second deck, and it is a very popular card, card 100, Release the Guilt. It's in the depth category here, and it says, make a wrong right. Drop your burdens, let the hurt go, correct a mistake that you've made, apologize, take responsibility, and then, which is what I was just talking about, own it to move forward. So this feels like taking our power back, really dropping the burdens of things like guilt or regret from the past, the things that weigh us down, that are stopping us from flying or stopping us from giving parts of our life 100%. So there is this sense of ownership. There is a big feeling here of responsibility and owning our mistakes, owning ourselves, owning our strengths and our weaknesses, and then using these energies to help us give our life our all. We're only going to have one life here that we're conscious of now, even if we're open to past lives. They're just memories. Future lives, just maybes. Now life is a definite. So every day is worth giving our day 100%. So are you giving 100% in your life? If not, or maybe might be good to reflect on, what percentage are you giving to your life? Are you sort of 50% in? Are you 20% in because life's pretty crappy right now and you're really struggling? Are you sort of 80%? Or are you really striving for 100%? And what does that mean? Do you care to even be striving for that? If you don't really care, then it's probably not something you'll care to even think about. But is it worth thinking about? If this day's going to pass and we won't get the day back, is there a way that we can make this day count? It's a bit like looking at a purpose and meaning and making the most of our life. So what would 100% look like if it is important to you? Would it mean that you were giving it your all? Would it mean that you're honest as often as you can be and as often as you're awake? Would it mean that you find a balance between work, rest and play? Doesn't mean we need to be going and active and hectic and busy and crossing everything off our list 24/7. We do have a body that we've also got to tend to. So we've got rest that we need to find. We need to keep the balance. We need to look after our health, because some things we can't do like we used to be able to do. So it doesn't mean doing everything. It means if we're going to rest, we give it 100%. If we're going to take action here, if we're going to start a new project, if we're going to be playful and creative and have a bit of fun, then we give it 100% without feeling guilty. And working out our priorities to make sure that we're getting the important things sorted out too. So release the guilt, dropping the burdens, allowing ourselves to fly forward. So thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this connection today, and I trust you have as well. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of the month of July, and hopefully I'll see you again next month. Take care. Bye for now. Thank you.